Hey guys, coming back to you for another video, and today I'm bringing you the CWL Dallas 2019 pool play predictions. So the separate bracket, this time there's a different format. There's no way open bracket teams can get in, so they're going to have a separate amateur bracket. I think that's what it's called, but and just typical format's different, so it's going to be interesting how this format unfolds. Because there's a specific bracket for the AM/open teams, but that's for another video to talk about. So let's get on with the polls. I'll be doing a separate video, just by the way, for the bracket predictions, because I could actually go ahead and make the bracket predictions. Not like last time, where I really couldn't make some bracket videos, just because we didn't know who was going to be coming in from the open and potentially spoiling things. But so the teams that made pool play are just basically pro league teams, and then I'll go down. Pool A is Heretics, Gen.G, UIU, Denial. Probably one of the easiest pools, just in my opinion, of what I think of them. Of all the other pools, all the other pools are just equally as hard for the teams in there. And then Pool B, 100 Thieves, Red Reserve, Evil Geniuses, and Enigma 6. That could potentially be the second hardest pool. Pool C, I'm going to say that's probably one of the second hardest. Midnight Splice, Luminosity, Gaming, and Accelerate. Pool D, arguably the group of death, the hardest pool that's going to be there. Envious, E-United, Optic Gaming, and Reciprocity. And that pool is probably by far one of the hardest pools that there is going to be at the event. The hardest pool at the event by far. Just because all those teams are just so close in skill. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens at CWL Dallas. And we'll play each team. Each going to play each other once. And then, for prediction-wise, I'm going to be talking about the matchups and then how the standings unfold in the pools. Top two from each advance to the winner's bracket. And the bottom two advance to a loser's round one that they're going to have to play. All the pools are just really competitive. Hey, I don't throw shade at Denial. Because Denial did get some win. They reverse swept Splice. I don't throw any shade at Denial. But I just believe that that's probably one of the easiest pools out there. And then, I think CWL 2019 is going to be interesting. It's going to be a specific open bracket, well, an amateur bracket, and then the pro pools. And that's just going to be, there's going to be a lot of COD and a lot of exciting COD to watch. So, and then, let's get on to the matchups. So, in Pool A, there's going to, let's talk about the rosters. I actually forgot to give you guys the rosters. 100 Thieves is Kenny, Octane, Slasher, Enable, Priesta, and then their sub is Crowder. Denial is Wayler, Zeke, Risk, Breezy, Nache, and Kiwi. I don't even know if he's the coach or the sub. Then Enigma 6 is General, Diabolic, Kismet, Frosty, and then Chino's a new guy replacing Cade, and then Sender's their sub and coach. Evil Geniuses, Goonjar, Royalty, Femlo, Exotic, and Attach. Attach is replacing retired Presento. And then Revan's their coach. Accelerate Disguise, Emery's, Profizi, Brock, and Gently. And Arturo's their sub, but it's a new interesting roster. Two of them come from Midnight Esports, and then I don't even know. Skies, I think, comes from UIU, so it's a whole new roster there. And then Unite's Arsley's, Pristini's Clays, J Kappa BZ. If you've been following that, there's been some interesting roster turmoil. And then there's Gen.G, Major Maniac, Nagafin, Havoc, Mox, and Envoy. L Luminosity Gaming, Slack, John, Formal, Gunless, and Classic. Optic Gaming, the Skunk, Crimsix, Karma, Dashy, and TJ. So Dashy's back, so expect interesting things from Optic. Red Reserve is Joe, Rated, Zero, Scraps, Bance, and then Dominate is their sub/coach. I think they're just giving the coaches here, but in all these teams, their coaches are their subs. Splice is Jared, Accuracy, Nooney, Aqua, Temp. Envious is Hook, Aches, Apathy, Assault, and suddenly they had an interesting people thinking there's going to be a roster change there. And then Team Heretics, Lucky, Journey, Methods, Sucre, Metals. Interesting roster as well. From what they've done at the Pro League, Team Reciprocity, Ruskin, Tommy, Zed, Shawnee, and Dylan. Dylan's replacing Denz. UIU, Proto, Mayhem, Knight, Methods, Barzillion. And I forgot who. Midnight had some new UIU had a change. So there's that. So, the matchups is against Heretics and UIU. Let's go down the list of actual days. Then Gen.G and Heretics. I think Heretics beats Gen.G. As much as I think Gen.G's done really good, this roster, I believe in Heretics take my Vamos in the CWL. Check that copy passes. Heretics, I see them just taking it 3-2 in the game 5 because they beat Splice. I think Heretics did beat Splice. I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's see if Heretics actually did beat Splice. And then let's see. Yeah, Heretics beat them 3-1. So Heretics over Gen.G. I see that happening in the game 5. So Heretics wins that one. UIU and Denial. I see UIU winning 3-1 or even a 3-0 just because Denial. I just haven't seen what they reversed up Spice, but they haven't shown consistency to do it, and I don't see them doing it against a team like UIU. And then Heretics and UIU, I see them beating them 3-1 or even probably a 3-0. Not to be mistaken. I won't be surprised if a 3-0 happens against UIU, even though they made a roster change and they got a new AR Brazilian. It's really good. I just believe in Heretics and what they've done at the Pro League. They came. They're a really passionate team. They're a really passionate team. And I see them just coming down and beating UIU. And then Gen.G and Denial, gonna be a 3-0. Like, I want those shade at Denial, but I don't see them doing anything against Gen.G. And that's probably gonna be the hardest matchup, them and Heretics. And then Heretics and Denial. I see Heretics doing 3-1 or 3-0 because maybe Denial just takes a surge, but that's about it. I don't see them again doing it. Maybe if they beat UIU, they can get to them and build up some consistency. They can do it potentially. And then Gen.G and UIU. Gen.G in the game 5 or even 3-1. I can see them 3-1 beating them just because that roster. Even though all they did was replace Spacely, I still see them, the other 4 of Mox, Havoc, Logafin, and Major Maniac, just showing them up. And then Pool B, the matchups, 100 Thieves and Evil Geniuses. I see 100 Thieves winning 3-0 with 3-1. Even though EG made a roster change, I don't know what Attach can do. Yes, it's an SMG, replacing Facento, but the other members in EG need to step up. Exotic, Felony, Goonjar, Royalty need to step up, but I want to see them beating the 100 Thieves. When they got Priest, and then they've worked out all their internal issues, so I just see them straight out just winning a 3-0 or 3-1. Then we have Red Reserve and Enigma 6. I see Red Reserve winning 3-2. Or I could see E6 winning in the game 5. But I'm going to go for E6 winning in the game 5. I believe in E6. They made the roster change with Chino. Red hasn't looked the best in the Pro League. They looked the best in week 1 and 2. E6 hasn't either really looked great. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I believe if E6 or Chino, they can beat Red. And then 100 Thieves and Red Reserve, I see it being a game 5 where 100 Thieves wins. Yes, I would like to believe in the best European team out there. But I just don't see them doing it over 100 Thieves. They're looking really good right now. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the finals. Just throw that out there right now. And then E6 and EG, I see E6 winning in probably a game 5 or even 3-1. Just because at EG's change, they struggled. They struggled a lot at the Pro League. Sitting at 1-6. I don't know what they could do against a team like E6. I think E6 being in Division B is a lot tougher with Division. I don't want to throw shade at Division A, but I think it's a lot tougher. And that's what's going to prepare E6 to win. And then 100 Thieves and Enigma 6. I see 100 Thieves winning 3-1 or even 3-0. They're potentially looking at one of the favorites to win the tournament, and I just see them steamrolling, getting some momentum in their group, and just winning all their matches in their group, so they can get momentum going into bracket play. And then in EG and Red Reserve, I see EG losing 2-3, or in the game 5 or losing 3-1. Just because that changed, and I haven't seen enough of them to know what they can do. And we've seen what Red is capable of, and I just see Red cleaning up and doing what they have to. Then we have Pool C, Midnight and Splice. I see Splice beating them. Yes, Midnight's a whole new team. And I just don't see what they can do against Splice. Splice had an off week, this 4th week of the Pro League. But I see them coming in, just winning 3-1. Or maybe Midnight could take one of the respawns. But that's about it. I see Splice winning. Numinosity and Accelerate. That's going to be a 3-0. Accelerate, yes, they're a new roster. They have a different roster, but against the likes of LG, I just don't see it happening. I can't see it. I can't bring myself to seeing it happen. Maybe it could, but I just see John, Gunless, and Formal just going off and getting LG to win. And then Midnight and LG, that's about the same. I just see them going off and winning 3-1 or 3-0. I just don't see Midnight with the new roster. Yes, 4 of their members have not, I think, didn't make the Pro League at all. So, and then Parasites got forced into the role of he's forced to play ICR, and I don't see him. I see him how he gets kind of toxic sometimes, him crumbling, but that's about it. I see LG taking it, Accelerating Splice just mopping it up 3-0. I see Splice going off. Splice, when they played the Accelerate, they beat them 3-1, and that was with a different roster that qualified for the Pro League. And this roster, I just don't see it happening. I see Splice winning. Then we have Splice and LG, probably the matchup of the pool. I see LG winning at 3-2. LG looked stellar second week of the Pro League, and I just see that's what gets them over Splice. And then the LG, they mop up all the matches 3-0, and they go in with some momentum to bracket play. Accelerated Midnight, I see Midnight winning 3-1. Potentially a game 5, just because I could see Accelerate stealing the respawn with how new these rosters are. It could be some really, not the best COD, just because of how new they are to the scene, and compared to some of the other teams like Splice and LG. They stuck, and people thought LG was going to change, so I see the new COD not to be as clean as the other COD potentially, and some of the other games would be. So Pool D, Optic and Reciprocity. I see Optic, even though Reciprocity made a change, Dylan's going to be I think a good fit for Reciprocity, and Optic's in a tough pool. I just see with Dashy being back, and Optic's going 4-3 in the Pro League the first 2 weeks with having the sub and now having Dashy back. I feel like they're going to be hungry, and they're going to come out here and just clean up. Because I can just know that roster, Karma, Crimsix, Scump, Dashy, and TJ, with Dashy being back and missing 2 weeks, I think they're going to be really hungry, and they're going to come out pissed off, and they're going to win. United and Envious. I see Envious losing in Game 5. Yes, United, Clayster stroke. There was a rumor that he was going to get replaced, but they stuck. And I just, with that roster, and I was watching Trading Shots earlier today, or earlier, when I was recording this, it was Sunday. I was watching Trading Shots, and what Lameless said is when Clayster, let's just get some water. When Clayster is under that scrutiny of his roster, might get moved. He doesn't play well, so I could see United cleaning up in Game 5 yet, just because they're MVS didn't look the greatest at the Pro League. They're sitting at 3-4, and even the 3 wins they got. Yes, they 3-0'd E United, they 3-1 Heretics, and they 3-1 Denial. Yes, they looked great, but I just don't see. I see United just coming out and winning, because United was in the final, just at Vegas. So I see that happening, and then Optic Gaming and Envious, I see Optic winning 3-1, or potentially a 3-2 Game 5 winning Game 5. I just see Optic winning just because I said Dashy's back. Optic going to be hungry to win, and if they can come out and win in this pool, which I think a lot, they're favorites to just win out. I'm just going to be honest here. I think Optic's a clear favorite to win out, just because of that talent that roster has. If they're all going off, I just see Envious struggling. They didn't look great at the Pro League, and I see Optic winning 3-1. And then Reciprocity and E United. I see E United again winning in Game 5. I would throw shade at Reciprocity, but I just think E United, Pristini, Arcides, JCap, and Abizi, Clayster. Just because Clayster was under some type of scrutiny, I see it happening. E United winning. And E United, and then E United Optics probably the show match everyone wants to see, the rematch of the finals from Vegas, which I'm excited to see. I see Optic winning Game 5. There's no way that doesn't go to a Game 5 in pool play. I could see Optic even win 3-1 just because of how hungry they're going to be to win with Dashy back. And then I see Optic winning out. I'm going into momentum to bracket play. Because I think it's Sunday or is it Saturday does it begin? I think it might be Saturday that it begins, but when it begins, I see Optic going in with some momentum with the bracket play. Just because they're in a tough pool and they're gonna, I just see them coming out with momentum just because they're gonna be hungry with Dashy back and struggling at the Pro League. Envious and Reciprocity. I see Reciprocity winning 3-2. Envious, I just believe that I just don't see Envious doing it. Because if they lose to Optic and E United, yes, Reciprocity is not throwing shade at Reciprocity, an easier matchup for them. Envious just hasn't shown that consistency this year that I believe that they can do it. I just see them just losing out, which would be a sad thing because I do like Apathy a lot. And he's the one that was under scrutiny, but I just don't see that roster, how it's working right now. But we'll see what happens, guys. Because this tournament's going to be really exciting to see how it unfolds with no open bracket and the teams straight up going into a loser's bracket. From the bottom 2 going into a loser's bracket. Which I'd like to see a COD champs this year. But maybe that's what they're testing out for. I could be wrong, but who knows. Guys, make sure you leave a comment on who you think, how the pools are going to unfold at this event. Because I'd like to hear your own opinions for this. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like and a subscription. Keeps the videos going and coming. Stay on the grind, guys, and until next time, peace